Alright, I'm going to be showing you how to make an extremely cheap, easy to make, fast to make cracking whip. Now, I don't know if I've created this idea or not, but I've been looking on YouTube and Google to see if there's any cool whip designs that are really easy to make, and I haven't seen anything like this. They all include like quite a bit of time in tapering it. Well, this is all really cheap supplies, and I've kind of created like my own one. The idea I was going for here, the type of whip, was kind of like a stock whip, and you just need like a wooden stick and cord and maybe some string. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Alright, what you're going to need is about a 65cm wooden stick. You can either buy one or just find one that's relatively straight and strong. And at the end of it, you just want to make some simple grooves around the whole thing, not too deep because you don't want this to snap off, but just small grooves to fit the cord in. And then you can just get some cord, really cheap, and create, there's so many ways to do this, so you can choose whatever one you want, but you just, make a nice, if you want, you can make a nice comfy handle out of this cord, for like, better grip and more comfortable while you're whip cracking. So yeah, you're going to need that. And then you're going to need about 185cm of just cord, thick enough to be able to thick enough, not like string, like cord, but also thin enough to be able to freely bend. So you're going to need about 185cm of this. It doesn't have to be exact, definitely doesn't have to be exact, but yeah, just around there. And then at the end of it, I use the inner strands of the cord. You can use string if you want, because it's exactly the same, to make a 3-strand flat plait, which is really easy. It's like the easiest one you can do. And the reason I couldn't take this off to show you is because I used a knot called the fisherman's knot, and it's an extremely tight knot. But you can use any knot that suits the whip, because some will come out and some will stay. This one was really good to stay. You're going to need about 35cm of plait. Doesn't have to be exact, like I said, just around. And that's to taper it to transition from the thicker cord to the thinner. And then at the end, this is a whip cracker. It's just like a piece of string with fluff, frayed fluff at the end. And this is what makes an extremely loud noise. And there's so many ways to tie them to this part, but whichever one suits you. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Now the knot I use to attach it to the grooves in the wood it's like a scaffold knot, but usually scaffold knots have 3 loops around the string, and I kind of invented one. I don't know, it's probably a type of knot already, but I just do 2 wraps around it. So you make a loop like this, and then you get the cord and tie it twice around itself, and then pop the end of it through both of them. You can kind of pull that and then tighten it. And then you just tighten it. It doesn't have to be extremely tight, it will get tighter as you use the whip. Just about like that. And that's kind of like a slip knot, but stronger, so you can see it adjusts. Then you get the grooves and you just tighten it like that. As easy as that. Pull it tight, and let's do a few test cracks. It's extremely windy today, so you probably won't hear it as well. And also on camera, it doesn't capture the noise nearly as loud as it is in real life. But yeah, I'll move to the shed after this. But let's just see if you can hear it here. That was a pretty good one. Yeah, the wind is affecting it a bit. Oh, that was a good one. Then you can do it up. That's like a more high-pitched one. Alright, I'm in the shed now. It should be quieter here. I mean, well, there's no wind in here, obviously, so let's do it. Wow. It might not be capturing it as well on camera, but it's so loud. And then, in here it seems to work better than this one. Oh god, yeah, my ears are ringing. But yeah, it's really fun to do outside because you can hear the loud crack through the whole neighborhood, and just in general, it's really fun to crack around. But yeah, Now you can play around with the design however you want, but I just want to show that it is actually really easy to make a loud cracking whip without having to put a lot of time in it. But yeah, other than that, hope you enjoyed.